To answer your question, what's the happiest mistake that I've ever made? That is such a great question. I've told this before online somewhere, but I haven't told it here, so I'm excited to tell you guys. So, to give you some context, I was working at Google at the time. We had about 1,500 to 2,000 Googlers we had to feed. And one of the things we had to do is, a lot of the cooks came in about 6 o'clock in the morning. I worked at localhost at Kirkland. And by 10 to 10, we did what was called a meeting, 10 to 10 meetings. After that meeting, we would actually go on lunch and whatever was around. After that, we would finish our food and fire it. Now, what I did wrong was awesome, exciting, and it changed my perspective and how I cook food with bitter. So we've all had this experience. Most of us, or someone that's done this. So a chef or cook will leave a pasta on the stove, or maybe you have, and you forgot about it, and it burns on the bottom and it scorches, and it seasons the entire pasta and it just tastes like it's burnt. You end up just throwing it away. Now, in this situation, it was quite unique. So I came back from lunch and I thought I turned off the tilt skillet. This is what you do to cook in large batches. Think of it as a large skillet, a big frying pan in a way. Now, what sucked about it is I had 45 minutes to get my food out. 15 minutes until I serve, my food. By 11 o'clock, we did what was called a tasting. So the other cooks and chefs would taste your food. So it was kind of a validation. So you take away your bias of your, product. So it's at, at this level, which is a great thing to do. Now, in this situation, when I came back, I opened the tilt skillet and I see that my pasta's burnt. I was like, how does my tilt skillet on? I don't know what happened. What was so surprising is that no one noticed that it was, no one noticed the smell of burnt pasta, because everyone always does this.
Some of the pasta, who burnt the pasta?
Kind of just like a running joke. Everyone has that in some sort of kitchen. And what was weird is my friend Janice was on my right and he didn't even notice it. I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. So I had to do some quick thinking. All right, and I had to validate some theories that I had in my head, and just questions. So literally, this is what I did. I knew that the chef there didn't have a refined palate. He was known for having a salty palate, and what the kitchen used to do when this guy was there is that we would get our product and we'd throw extra salt on there just for him when he came. So we put it there and he'd taste it and he's like,
oh yeah, no, it's perfect. It's perfectly seasoned. Doesn't need any more salt.
Because he was a bigger guy. Bigger people tend to have a high intake in sodium. Now, what was funny is that I knew I had to get away with one person, and it was my friend Ben. He had a lot more refined palate than most of the people in the kitchen. This is where it sucked. So I knew that in bitter, and how you fix bitter is using sweet and also using salty. That's how you fix bitter. A lot of chefs kind of get that mixed up. That's what that chef was. He got stuck in salt. So I grabbed cream and I grabbed smoked salmon and I added some smoked liquid. As I was adding these ingredients in there, my friend Janice on the right, he goes,
no fucking way, man. That's fucking awesome. Smoked pasta. Oh, I can't wait to try that.
After I'm adding these ingredients in there, I've actually had the tilt skillet off, because the reason why I've done this is the pasta, as you know, is scorched on the bottom. So I want to take away that scorchness and stop that burning from happening. As you know, when it comes to a steak, when you're cooking it, it gets clenched up. So all the heat is going on it, and it gets clenched and it's not able to, move. Sort of, it's getting seared in a way. But as soon as you take it out of the oven, it rests and the juices come out. Well, that's what I've done with the pasta, because I'm able to rehydrate what's on the burnt tilt skillet, and it's able to get mixed into the food, and you wouldn't even notice the bits and pieces, period. So I've solved all that problem in a matter of 15 minutes, which is absolutely absurd. I've seasoned it. It tastes amazing. I noticed a hint of burnt like pasta pit. You would have to have a really refined palate to notice it. I give it to my friend Madison. He's like,
Whoa, dude, this is amazing.
and I'm like, yes, score. Now, I've given it to everyone else at this point, and now Ben is coming to the kitchen. And I'm like, oh, God. I give him a spoon, and I swear to God, it felt like it was slow motion, because he's picking it up, and as he's doing it, he stops and goes,
Is this burnt?
I was like, no, I had to smoke liquid and smoked salmon. He's like,
Fucking no way. Oh, hell yeah.
takes a bite of it.
Oh, this is fucking brilliant, Nicholas. Brilliant.
I knew it was clear. I was absolutely clear. And I was like, does it need anything else? And like,
No, it's great. I'd leave it as is.
I put out the smoked salmon pasta out there, burnt pasta. I sawed out of it with the Googlers, and I couldn't believe it. But it also validated my idea that, and my theory, that bitter is literally just, you can burn anything in any cooking and you can actually fix it. That perspective of that moment allowed me to utilize more ingredients out there and come up with new ideas based on having burnt food. And I think that was such a great learning experience. And anytime I see someone scorch something on a stove or pan, I'm able to redo it and change it to something else. I mean, it happened yesterday. I was training a cook in my kitchen, and he was distracting me because he was talking to me, and I burnt my peaches and I turned into something else, and I did caramel peach mustard, peach chutney mustard. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, I hope that gives you an awesome story like that. I really enjoyed that experience, and hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, don't forget to click the like button or smash it. And I'm Chef Nicolas Ganea, and if you're expecting any more content or like my content, you can subscribe. I post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm kind of getting in this routine now. You're seeing it's a little more consistent. So